Good morning, friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. It has been a year to the day exactly, May 8th, that I have been able to garden in my woodland garden here up at the chicken coop. That is because a year ago we had the flood that came through Creekside, the great flood of 24 that was horrible here at the nursery, and in that it took down some trees, one of which was here at the woodland garden. Fast forward 6 months from that, we had Hurricane Helene come through, which then put down another large pine tree. Last night, Jackson and Jerry cut it and got it on the ground, and today we are up here cleaning up. We have yet another tree. That would be the one that was from May of last year. We are going to get it on the ground as well. Jerry is in the excavator behind me moving the logs from the Helene pine tree so that we can get in here, get that stump up, and get the tree down. So we're going to spend the morning up here at the chicken coop in this woodland garden, just doing like a day in the life, my friends. Brenda is carrying around a log, not even, I would say, a stick. So she doesn't have very good spatial awareness, and so she can come and just take my legs out. So if you see me jumping sideways, it's just because literally it's a log. She loves that thing. So I digress. Jerry back here in the excavator is coming back. My dad has a sawmill. My dad is a woodworker, so we're going to save those logs for him because he will, I am sure, slice them up because that was a very nice straight pine tree. So he'll use that, so that Jerry was taking them up there so that he can come and grab them. But the pine tree that he and Jackson laid down last night was here. So you can see that it is a bit uprooted. We're gonna go ahead and dig this up because clearly like that's gonna be a problem for the garden. So when they laid the tree down, it just went perfectly down. The reason that it didn't fall originally was because it was hung up in this pine tree. This is the pine tree that the top snapped. It's split at the top. It kind of forks up there at the top. Half of the fork came down during Hurricane, in the May, excuse me, I gotta get all this straight. That came down in May, and so that's what the Helene tree got stuck in. It is dead. The top of it, it's hard to see, but the tippy top way up here, you can see that it is dead, and that obviously has to come down because that big giant fork came all the way down and is hanging down. So it too, like it's a big pine tree, nice and straight till it gets up to that fork. So I'm sure Daddy can use that too for some logs. So we've got to get that down. First, we're going to dig this up. And before we dig this up, obviously we're going to have to move some plants. So I've got some autumn ferns right here. We're going to dig those up. The limettas, hydrangeas, they'll be fine, but the autumn ferns are coming up. The Lenten rose is going to come up, and I think this hydrangea should be fine as well. So we'll dig those up either with the excavator or a shovel, who knows which one, and so that way we can come in here and get rid of this root ball. So it is just going to be a fun, adventuresome day here up at the chicken coop. I am very excited to have this tree gone, have the next tree gone, so that way I can get back in here and garden literally a year to the day before I have been able to do anything in here because we've had trees down. Like it wasn't safe from the May storm to be in here because there was that tree that was hung up, and you had to be careful. And then two, once that one came down, then it was this other tree, and I knew that we had cleanup in here, and there was no way I was going to come in here and plant plants when I knew that we were having excavators and bobcats in here, and we were going to have to move plants. So that is why I have been holding off for a year in planting anything else in this garden. And you can see that the woods are trying to reclaim itself. We have got tons of little greenery in here that I don't want in here. So this will begin the process of getting weeds out. We've got some grapevine that's coming back here in the back. We've got little saplings popping up. So this is really just kind of a quote disaster right now, but at least this is day one, step one in getting this garden back in order. Super, super excited about that. Really don't know how the day is going to go, so stay tuned for an adventure here at Creekside. All right, my friends, so step one of the project is complete. The stump is removed, and then Jerry just backfilled it with the soil that he had pulled out to remove the stump. We are going to save this stump. He just put it off to the side right here. My mama, of course, Mimi, is a huge fan of stumpery, and I admire that. I've just never had the opportunity or the place that it made sense to do it. So what we're going to do is, I don't know if we'll do it today or not, we'll see. But basically we're going to take the stump, because this is, you know, where the trunk is, and then that was the base where the roots are. We're going to take it and we're going to pick it up with the excavator, since it's here, and just, this is a little volunteer maple that needs to come out, and put it in this corner. And then Jackson doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to ask him if he can like bring up the power washer, and like you get all the dirt and the mud off, so you just see the roots. And it's just a fun way, that yard art, again, stump. Jerry was like, what are you talking about? It is a thing, I promise. You can Google it and you'll see it. It's really cool. Makes sense up here. So that is what we're going to do with that stump. Now, the fun part of the day is taking down this tree. And so basically what they have rigged up is with a snatch block. So the idea is, because all of the weight is on this side of the tree, so it's going to naturally, if you cut it, it's going to want to go this way. But we don't want it to go that way. We want it to go this way. So it's a series of ropes and straps that you use some great ingenuity. And so it's strapped on the tree, strapped low on a poplar tree with a rope, and then that is attached to the bobcat. So this is a safe way to pull the tree without having to worry about the tree falling on top of you. So you're using that, counterweight, counterbalance, whatever it's called, I don't know, y'all. Using a little science here to pull it and get the tension, so hopefully that the tree goes that way. So that is the plan. We shall see if it goes accordingly. Stay tuned, we're gonna find out. Does not want to come out. It is very, very stubborn, and so it's down, but it's not down. And so it's a great thing about having trees is you get shade and have this beautiful forest, but when one comes down, it gets stuck in everybody else, and it just gets getting hung up. So Praise the Lord, it is on the ground. So she's on the ground, and so now the fun part of the cleanup ensues. But y'all, she's on the ground. That's all that matters. It was definitely a booger-boo. It did not come down easily, just getting stuck up in the canopy of all the other trees. But Jerry was able to get the bobcat and like lift up the butt of the tree and get it up, and then using a little leverage, a little physics, I guess. And so, yeah, so it is down. So yay for that. All right, y'all, we got a lot going on right here. My daddy came to get the log. He's gonna go do something with it. Whether he turns it into lumber for a building or probably not any kind of furniture. He uses hardwood for furniture. He will put that log to good use. Jackson is in here trying to squish and break down for me. But yeah, this is getting the butt of the trunk. I can't even talk. The butt of the log, there you go. So you can see that that's the end of it. But yeah, I mean, that was a good size pine tree. And of course, being forked does not make it any easier. So it was a booger-boo. Jackson's just squishing that for me so it doesn't show. Just getting that all kind of broken down and nice and small. We got the stump put into place, so excited about that. I'm going to probably take my hoary and just kind of chip away at the dirt before Jackson comes in here to pressure wash it. That way that all the clumps will come off. I'm thinking what I'll do is I'm going to wait until after he pressure washes it, because that'll just make a huge mess. But taking the autumn ferns and then kind of planting them around the area, kind of like right in here, and do something fun like that. So it is a great feeling to get the tree down. There is one more tree that came down. Helene?
Yeah, it's a little small.
Yeah, but was it Helene? I think that was Helene. So it snapped at the top, and it's a little small one. So Jackson can just kind of push that over with the excavator. So I think he's going to do that. So what we will do, not today. It's enough adventure for today. So now the process of like cleaning this up begins, because there's little saplings everywhere. You got little oak trees. Well, I don't want oak trees coming in here. The trees that are here are good. They're going to stay. Some of them are just weeds that we can come in and just pull and take care of those. Then we have some briars. One of the big things is going to be the grapevine. There's grapevine all in here. And they will climb trees big time, and they will take over trees. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to handle this, whether we're just going to come in through. Jackson has like a brush cutter on his weed eater, like an attachment. And so we just clean it up and then cover it really thick with mulch. And then as they come back, we take care of them. I'm not really sure how we're going to do that, but that's another day's problem. But you can see, I mean, there's like all of this right here. All of that is grapevine. Thank goodness there's no poison ivy. So that is a blessing. But just to come in here, and we got to get all this cleaned up. Maple trees coming back. Just a couple little bit of briars. So all of this is going to get cleaned up. And Jackson's going to help me do that on another day. Like again, we're done for today. So that is good. It is nice to have kind of these little gullies right here, just natural gullies, so we can I can easily throw sticks in there and that kind of stuff, but just get all this cleaned up. And yeah, so that's kind of it in a nutshell for today. It was an adventure. It's always fun to work with your husband and your 15-year-old son that are exactly alike. So yeah, I should be wearing a black and white striped shirt sometimes, I think. But anyway, today it is done. I feel great about it. So now we can move forward and get this garden back on track. So as always, if you have found this fun, informative, inspirational, whatever it may be, just flat out funny today with all the chaos that was going on, make sure you like and subscribe. That way you don't miss all the adventures that we have going on here at Creekside Nursery. Those 5 videos every week. Y'all have an amazing day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.